been with SafetyChain. I'm sitting here with our customer from Florida Distillers, Krista Lowry. And Krista, thank you so much for joining us here. We're here today at Food Safety Tech Supply Chain Safety Conference. And I thought I'd start out by asking you what your role is at Florida Distillers.
Well, Barbara, I am our compliant regulatory supervisor. I started with Florida Distillers October 2011. I've been there almost 2 years now. As a compliant regulatory supervisor, I handle all of our food safety compliance as well as our audits from external agencies, our third parties. We are audited by TTB, which is Tobacco Trade Bureau, including alcohol, as well as FDA, Food Drug Administrative, because we do non-alcohol products as well as alcohol-based products. Our primary business is neutral spirits and alcohol production. We're also regulated by USDA because we have organic products in our facilities, so we're under the organic NOP. So it is my job to make sure that all of our products meet the compliance of those regulatory agencies as well as our customer demands.
Great. And I know that you and I have had several conversations, and it's always struck me that you don't just do at Florida Distillers what you have to do. It seems that you're all very committed to going above and beyond. Given that, what were some of the challenges or business drivers that you had that made you go out and look at technologies such as SafetyChain?
Well, you're right, we do go above and beyond. We're actually not regulated under FSMA, the new regulations, because we are an alcohol producer. But because we do have other products that are non-alcohol and juice-based, we are adopting that. And actually, because the juice falls under Juice HACCP, we're not required to follow FSMA either. However, we are co-owned by a company named CC1, which is a subsidiary of Coca-Cola Industries. We also supply some of those facilities which do require a GFSI scheme. So we elected to go with an FSSC 22000 scheme. It's a process-based approach. It's not prescriptive. Other schemes tend to have a checklist that you have to follow and things that you have to do. Our industry is very specific and unique in the fact that we don't fall within those boxes and we don't meet those checklines. So ideally we needed to find a scheme that would allow us to grow as our business grows with our industry. So some of the challenges that we face were that ideally it's an alcohol-based production, and with that the product is inherently sterile and inherently safe. So why do we need to deal with food safety? Well, I come from a dairy plant. I have a micro background, biology, chemistry, and everything else, and food safety is my passion.
Right.
So food safety is important no matter what we're producing. It doesn't matter if it's juice, alcohol, or anything else. Ideally, you want your customer to be safe. In turn, if the customers are safe, they buy more product. If they buy more product, the brand is safe, as well as the reputation of the company.
Very, very forward thinking. That's why we love talking to you. And so with all that you do, and I know from how hard it is to get a hold of you, that you do an awful lot, why did you select SafetyChain software and SafetyChain for Food as your technology partner in all of your safety initiatives?
Well, it turns out there's many products similar to SafetyChain on the market. However, they're not a one-stop shop. Ideally, if you want to do an OSHA-based software, you've got to go to an OSHA-based software. Then if you want to do an auditing-based software, you go to an auditing-based software. Non-compliant software, non-compliant software. SafetyChain allows me to pull all of those things into one and then some. It allows me to capture data, whether it's on the processing line, in the production areas, and quality control. And starting my position with Florida Distillers, I was inundated with the amount of paperwork that came through the door. And I don't have my hands in it directly, but I do have to know why it's there and how it's implemented with the within the processes. Looking for completeness, looking for accuracy, and I started finding a lot of repetition. Documents didn't have control numbers, documents were not labeled appropriately, multiple departments were using the same documents. And then that data just kind of went into a folder, and I was concerned that those folders might walk away, they might get flooded, or they might catch on fire. I mean, anything can happen to papers. Papers is a really kind of a dangerous way to keep track of your food safety motto. So during my first audit for FSSC 22,000, I was overwhelmed with the hours spent collecting the data prior to the audit, as well as during the audit. I felt like I wasn't prepared appropriately for the audit because information was with this person or that person in that file or in that office maybe.
You had silos, lots of silos.
Lots of silos,
Oh.
and I really didn't like that approach. So I started seeking out technology, and I found that SafetyChain seemed to offer everything that I was looking for. And I brought you guys in, and the demonstrations were fantastic. And currently, we are implementing the software, and I've been pleased.
Thank you very much. We hear the noise down the hall.
Yeah.
It sounds like sessions are about to start. We won't take more of your time, but thank you so much.
Thank you.